Illegal alien or undocumented immigrant. You've heard these words before from politicians, on the news, maybe your family or friends.
The Biden administration, as part of its proposed overhaul of the immigration system, is pushing for dropping the term illegal alien for language that is more inclusive.
Me also echo the very powerful words of the president. Words do matter.
Hearing the words inclusion and immigration reform can stir up feelings in a lot of people, putting people in camps about issues. Some see them as necessary, others see them as buzzwords. This story, though, is not about politics. This is about words and the effects they have on the people they are aimed at and the people who use them.
ABC 15's Liliana Soto has a story tonight about why words matter in a very personal way.
It was in 2010 when Drop the I Word campaign by the organization Race Forward began.
And it led to quite a few specific outlets and the Associated Press to no longer use that term. It's called Drop the I Word.
The I Word being illegal.
It criminalizes, it's been racialized, and it is personally damaging to people.
She says, especially to brown people.
We don't apply the term illegal alien to every possible immigrant who's living in the United States without authorization. It's associated with particular groups such as Mexican migrants and potentially all Mexican migrants, but it's not to other people such as Irish migrants who overstay their visas, to a variety of other people.
It upsets me. It burns right in my chest. Because we're not aliens.
Lucinda Hinojos identifies herself as Chicana and Native American. She recently painted this mural on 14th Street in McDowell to bring awareness about the dehumanization of people of color.
It's about reclaiming space, reclaim our identity, and letting people know that we are still here.
She says an Indigenous and Chicana woman on the mural is a reflection of why representation and dropping words like illegal alien matter.
We need to throw that out of the vocabulary. Because we are all human beings. We're all different, but we're one spirit being. And so these words, again, carry power like the word love does. So if we're using hateful words, what do you think happens?
They are told, go back to your country.
Emir Estrada is an assistant professor at ASU. She says racial slurs and words like illegal alien are used to normalize violence against communities of color. She says in many cases it creates an anti-immigrant sentiment against immigrants working as street vendors.
Otra vez me han puesto la pistola, una vez me asaltaron, me pusieron una navaja aquí.
Because one, they believe that street vending is illegal, and two, they associate the individual with illegality and as an illegal immigrant, justifying it as this person is different, this person doesn't belong, and therefore my violent actions towards that person are justifiable.
There's a long history of xenophobic language about immigrants as criminals and people to be feared. That is not something that is just happening today, but has been something that's been a long part of U.S. immigration history.
But history can be wrong sometimes. In this case, the act of being in the U.S. without documents is in fact illegal, but the person is not. Estrada says being undocumented is usually a civil offense rather than criminal.
Many of them came with a visa to visit a family member, and for various circumstances, they overstayed their visa. So again, these labels are not even properly attached to these communities that we're talking about.
Like undocumented immigrants who were brought to the country as children, just like Jose Patiño, a dreamer in Phoenix.
It's not like I'm asking you to call me from a different name. I'm asking you to call me like God or like, hey, Your Majesty. I'm just asking you to call me a human being.
So how do we fix this?
I think it's really important to broaden our perspective and think about the things that unite us. Try to be more thoughtful about the way we talk about or think about other groups of people.
Liliana Soto, ABC 15, Arizona.
Tomorrow, ABC 15 investigator Liliana Soto takes us into a deeper conversation with Black, Latino, Indigenous, and LGBTQ community members about why words matter and the need to be more inclusive.